The internet is a deep, dark place, full of nightmares waiting to be discovered. Tonight, we're dragging the most terrifying creepypasta characters out from the shadows and into the light. These aren't just stories people tell around a campfire. These are digital ghosts, modern myths that have taken on a life of their own. Some of these legends stay online, but some might already be in your room. You've probably heard the term creepypasta. They're the horror legends of the internet age, passed around forums and social media like digital folklore. Some are simple spooky tales, some are complex psychological nightmares, and some are so terrifyingly convincing they begin to blur the line between what's real and what's not. These stories tap into our most primal fears: the dark, the unknown, and the feeling that we are being watched. Tonight, we're meeting the icons of this digital terror. First up is a face you'll never forget, no matter how hard you try: Jeff the Killer. His story is a twisted tragedy. He started as a quiet teenage boy, but after a brutal attack left him horribly burned and scarred, something inside him snapped. He became obsessed with his grotesque reflection, carving a permanent, bloody smile into his own cheeks and burning off his eyelids so he would never have to sleep again. Jeff is the boogeyman of the modern age. He waits until his victims feel their safest, sound asleep in the dark of their own beds. His calm, chilling whisper of "go to sleep" is often the last thing his victims ever hear, a command that freezes the blood and paralyzes you with terror. Next, we have a predator who operates in complete silence: Eyeless Jack. This mysterious, hooded figure is a phantom who hunts in the dead of night. He doesn't just kill, he surgically removes organs, most notably the kidneys, while his victims are still alive, sleeping peacefully and completely unaware. The true horror of Eyeless Jack is his stealth and precision. He leaves no trace, just a waking nightmare for his survivors. His lack of eyes and his constant, unnerving presence make him an unpredictable and deeply unsettling force. You never see him coming, and if you're lucky enough to survive, you never wake up the same. Have you ever seen an image that you just can't get out of your head? That's the entire premise behind Smile Dog. This entity spreads its madness through a single, cursed image file: Smile JPG. The picture depicts a distorted, husky-like dog with a disturbingly wide, human-like grin, set against a dark and ominous background. Anyone who sees it is said to be driven to insanity, plagued by nightmares and hallucinations until they either take their own life or spread the image to someone else. The fear here isn't physical, it's a psychological virus, infecting your mind through the very screen you're looking at right now. It's the ultimate digital nightmare, a haunting reminder that some horrors can reach you anywhere. Standing tall and faceless in the deepest parts of the woods, or perhaps just outside your window, is the Slender Man. Impossibly tall and thin, always dressed in a black suit. His most terrifying feature is what he lacks: a face. Slender Man doesn't need to speak or show emotion to be absolutely terrifying. He stalks his prey, primarily children, manipulating their minds and twisting their perception of reality. The terror he inspires comes from his silent, relentless pursuit. It's that feeling that someone is always watching, just out of sight. His shadowy, tentacle-like appendages can stretch to impossible lengths, meaning his reach is truly limitless. Now, imagine a friend who only you can see. A friend who brings you candy and plays games with you. Sounds nice, right? Not when that friend is Laughing Jack, initially appearing as a cheerful, black and white clown, an imaginary friend to lonely children. Laughing Jack's true nature is far more sinister. He slowly gains a child's trust, sharing moments of joy and laughter, only to twist those happy memories into a sadistic, violent spectacle. His playful innocence is just a mask for a monstrous killer. This combination of childlike glee and brutal malice makes him one of the most horrifying and unpredictable characters in the creepypasta universe. Not all monsters are born from pure evil. Some are created by tragedy. Take Teachy Toby, plagued by a host of mental disorders and a condition that makes him unable to feel pain. Toby's life was a constant struggle. After a family tragedy pushed him over the edge, he became a violent, unpredictable killer, wielding two hatchets as his weapons of choice. His story is a chaotic spiral of pain and violence. What makes Teachy Toby so disturbing is that his chaos is rooted in a tragic backstory, making him both a terrifying figure and a disturbingly relatable one. He represents the monster that can be created when a fragile mind is pushed too far. Where there are monsters, there are also monster hunters. Meet Jane the Killer. Her story is one of pure, unadulterated revenge. After her family was murdered by Jeff the Killer, and she herself was disfigured by him, Jane dedicated her entire existence to one goal: hunting him down. Dressed in black, her face hidden behind a white mask, she is a vigilante ghost haunting the same shadows as her nemesis. Jane reminds us that monsters often breed other monsters. Her cold determination and deadly skill make her a fearsome predator in her own right, proving that sometimes the scariest thing is a woman with nothing left to lose. The rogues gallery of creepypasta is vast and deep. There are the spirits that haunt our reflections, like Sally, the ghost of a little girl seeking justice, or Bloody Mary, the classic urban legend given new life online. There are nocturnal predators like the Rake, a humanoid creature that watches you sleep from the foot of your bed. And then there are cursed media, like Candle Cove, a bizarre children's TV show that only a select few remember. A show that was nothing but static for adults. Each of these figures invades our world in a different way, exploiting our deepest, most specific fears, from the ghost in the mirror to the monster under the bed. So, what is it that makes these characters so genuinely terrifying? It isn't just the jump scares or the violence. It's how they blur the line between fiction and reality. They feel like they could be real. They lurk in the shadows of our homes, in the glitch of a computer screen, and in the darkest corners of our own minds. Their stories are designed to stick with you long after you've finished reading, making you question every strange noise in the dark and every flicker of your screen. They become a part of your subconscious, a new fear you didn't know you had. These are the most terrifying characters born from the internet's collective nightmare. Some are just legends, digital ghosts in the machine. But others feel like they're just waiting for you to turn out the lights. If you're hungry for more true-style horror stories that will keep you up at night, make sure you subscribe to Nightmare Case Files.